Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Steedus here on Twitter updating this infographic, the on-demand liquidity partners. Remember when it was just 3 guys? Take a look at it now. Partners include all these different companies: Andean Wide, BC Remit, Cascade, Choice International, CrossPay, Finchi, FOMOPay, one of the more popular ones, Flash FX, Lemonway, we heard about that, Lulu Money, Tranglo, which we just got some recent news about Tranglo yesterday, Novati, MFS, Africa, just to name a few. And guys, the corridors that these companies are now working in, that they're conducting business in, have grown and grown and grown over the last 3 years or so since the on-demand liquidity product has been released. This is real world utility. This is how XRP is going to thrive in the marketplace. And so, we've been seeing this growth consistently over the last several years. XRP on-demand liquidity is now available in 40 payout markets, lower fees by 90%, 90% per transaction. Uptime availability, obviously 24/7, 365 days a year. And so some more information here, guys. I will link this in the description if you want to use this for reference. Wanted to thank Steedus on Twitter for posting that. I think because we have seen so much usage, so much hype, and I think because we are near the end of this lawsuit, and for those investors who have been following diligently, these are the people that are realizing that XRP is a good investment right now. I mean, as of the time of this recording, we're trading at about 49.7. I would have suggested investing down in and around here, obviously. If you guys are new to this, this is when I got into some more crypto positions, not XRP specifically, but in and around this time frame in the summer, and after the FTX collapse, that basically bottomed out the market. But even still, we are seeing investors putting their money into XRP. It remains one of the top spots among altcoins for fund inflows from traditional investors. This one from Michael Branch here on Twitter. According to the latest weekly report from CoinShares, XRP led altcoins in inflows last week. XRP focused investment products saw inflows totaling $800,000 during the period under review. Although that was a third less than the week earlier, the result still puts XRP at the top of all cryptocurrencies, except for Bitcoin. So XRP basically outpacing all other cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin. In total, there are now $53 million in asset under management in such products, thanks to the new infusions of funds. Cumulative inflows into XRP-oriented products have averaged $3 million since the start of the year. By comparison, that is $92 million more than the same Bitcoin and $21 million more than Ethereum. So guys, that is huge. That is huge news for XRP holders. Obviously, people have confidence that this financial system is going to run on Ripple, and that the XRP lawsuit is going to be a blip on the radar once this is all said and done. Again, I've got the XRP chart up here on the weekly, and we're starting to move. We're starting to move a little bit. This Nike swoosh pattern that has been forming on the chart is looking like it's at the tail end now and looking like it's about to take off. So again, this is the weekly chart. Last 2 weeks have been pretty good, and this week is just starting still. We're starting off in negative territory for XRP nevertheless. A retracement this week, I'm not going to lie, would be refreshing. I hope I don't get hate for that comment in the comment section. Wanted to keep moving, guys, because XRP is not the only project that is growing. We're also seeing massive development on the VeChain blockchain. This one from Cryptic Poet here. VeChain, another cryptocurrency that I like. This is why I talk about this project. So just some quick facts here. DNV recorded massive revenue growth in 2022 as it reaps benefits from its partnership with VeChain. So this has to do with a partnership with DNV. The company recorded a 16.6% growth year on year. And just a little more info on this partnership. It aims to use its network to improve the transparency of products and supplier information, and also improve the efficiency of its supply chain. Sunny Liu, CEO of VeChain, commented on the partnership and assured to help customers improve their trust of their products. And here's the statement from Sunny Liu. Blockchain has many applications beyond the financial sector, and I'm glad that DNV has recognized the revolutionary impact it can bring to supply chain management. So that's the other thing, right? We always think of cryptocurrencies, finance, cross-border payments. If you're focused on the Ripple stuff, that is one sector, but there are so many other applications, and this is why I like diversifying into this particular project. It's got a lot of partnerships, and it does something completely different than what XRP does. Together, we combine assurance and blockchain to help customers improve trust in their products across multiple dimensions, from quality and safety to performance aspects. Today, VeChain has provided support for DNV in various areas and is ready to help other billion-dollar companies. So they are poised to garner more partnerships. Obviously, with DNV, they are doing really, really well, continuing to grow. And as a result, DNV is also doing a lot better too. So wanted to thank Cryptic Poet here just for posting that. Also wanted to bring this to you guys from T-Hole Bedict XRP, another Ripple partner, TaraPay. They just raised $100 million from IFC XRP or World Bank, U.S. International Development Finance Corporation or the DFC, and they're supported by Prime Ventures, Partech Africa, and a consortium of other investors. So they have successfully closed their Series B equity financing round, raising $100 million. The funding will help further TaraPay's global expansion plans across the Latin American and MENA regions, strengthening its existence payout network to 150 countries by 2024, support and accelerate its growth, and invest in the marketing and adoption of alternate payment methods for mobile wallets like Request to Pay and interoperable mobile wallet solution at a larger scale. Furthermore, TaraPay also aims to expand regulatory compliance infrastructure. Currently, their agile payment infrastructure and solutions platform offer business and merchant payouts, acquiring and issuing service, among other things. The company has built far-reaching networks of partners and customers present in more than 108 receiving countries and 205 sending countries with 62 settlement currencies. So a Ripple partner, obviously, doing their thing, looking to expand as well. This is not a news story. We're hearing about all these Ripple partners basically doing the same thing. Not sure if this is a good thing, though. T-Hole Betic does say down here, they led a $40 million loan in the company to serve as a credit facility to pre-fund payments. Now, you would think if you were using XRP, you would not need to pre-fund payments. Maybe they are, going the way of some of these other companies that want to have options for their customers to be able to, do a payment this way, do a payment that way, do a payment another way, so that their customers can get comfortable with DLT technology. And, basically, if this is an emerging financial system, you have to make it as easy on your customers, on your clients as possible, I would think. So, it's not like you're forced to use this and not have any other options. And maybe these customers will eventually realize, oh, using XRP will be the better option down the road. Not sure, though. And T-Hole Betic, not sure either. But thanks for bringing that up, because I want to give you guys all the information when we do have it. So wanted to thank T-Hole Betic just for posting that. And as I was mentioning in this morning's video, if you guys didn't catch it, I will link it up here. The world is changing. We're seeing rapid developments around the world. This is the latest, guys, coming from Michael Branch here. Saudi Arabia's crown prince says he is no longer interested in pleasing the United States. So another nail in the coffin of the US dollar. Tensions are high in the global geopolitical landscape, with several nations moving away from the US dollar and pointing fingers at each other for the macroeconomic crisis. A recent report by the Wall Street Journal has revealed that Saudi Arabia's crown prince, Mohammed bin Salman, has told his associates that he is no longer interested in pleasing the United States. So now these moves, I think these countries, the heads of states of these countries are feeling more emboldened to just say, basically, F you, US, we do not need your US dollar anymore. And I think that in numbers, I think with the support of the BRICS nations, this is becoming more and more of a factor that is going to move these guys away from the US dollar. And, they're feeling, I think emboldened is the right word for this, because in the past, it was like, oh, you don't listen to us, we're going to be putting sanctions on you. And so I feel like it was almost like a bullying. It was bullying, essentially. You do what we say or else. Well, now these, countries are turning around and saying, we don't need you anymore. Another example of that, Russia shifts to Dubai benchmark in Indian oil deal. So Russia's largest oil producer, Rosneft, and India's top refinery, Indian Oil Corp, agreed to use Asia-focused Dubai oil price benchmark in their latest deal to deliver Russian oil to India. 3 sources familiar with the deal said the decision by the 2 state-controlled companies to abandon the Europe-dominated Brent benchmark is part of a shift to Russia's oil sales towards Asia after Europe shunned Russia oil following Russia's invasion of Ukraine more than a year ago. So more of the same, guys, thumbing their nose at the West, saying we do not need your dollar anymore. Even at the 2023 Bank for International Settlements Innovation Summit, Christine Lagarde gave her assessment on the adoption of a digital euro, so essentially the central bank digital currency of Europe. Listen to this.
There's also a very important role for monetary sovereignty. So could you give us the latest in your thinking on the digital euro?
Sure, with pleasure. So what we have been doing is, first of all, exploring for a couple of years, then really investigating and trying to sort of decipher what the options were. And if the Governing Council was to decide, so in October, we would move into the beginning of the implementation, which is not a definite green light, but certainly one that would move us closer to operating completely with a digital euro. So I try to think of three key reasons why we're doing that. And we are moving ahead, and we are trying to be as practical and as granular as we can. I think the first reason we are doing it is for integrity purposes. The second reason we're doing it is for resilience purposes. And the third reason is for integration. So if I start with my integrity point, what we have seen throughout the euro area and in Europe in general is a dwindling use of cash. And this has been certainly accelerated by COVID. It has been tempered a bit during the terrible invasion of Russia against Ukraine, because there was suddenly a little appetite for cash yet again. But the general trend is less use of cash and more use of digital payments. The numbers are very clear. We have seen a decline of 72% to 59% in terms of use of cash, and the digital payment have virtually tripled during that same period of time. So everything is going digital. People are clearly expressing a preference for it, and there is no reason why we as a central bank should not be exploring also the reason why digital cash can be of good use. And as my colleague and friend Francois calls it, he says it's cash plus, because it is digital.
Cash plus, huh? Okay, an interesting assessment here from Christine Lagarde, looking to, really kind of implement this by October of 2023. She said the full implementation is not going to happen by then, but, they are moving along with this. She gives all those talking points as to why a central bank digital currency would be more efficient. And you guys heard it, the cashless society, people are going cashless. This is why, if you do not want central bank digital currencies, please, 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 please start using cash at least once a week. I've started doing it about a year ago now. But I should have been doing it sooner, and I'm using cash more than once a week. I'm trying to use it anytime I possibly can. And guys, I urge you to do the same. I don't know, tell me down in the comments if, you guys were not using cash so much before and have switched because of this central bank digital currency situation that not just that we're in, but the world is in, really. I would really like to know. Anyway, Christine Lagarde there, giving her synopsis on what is coming down the pipe. Now, Nerd Nation Unboxed brought this up. Thought this was kind of weird. Brad Garlinghouse terminated from Ripple UK. So this was a document here that he found, termination of a director appointment. So what does this mean? Ripple Markets UK. Now this is not, obviously, this does not mean he's being terminated as the CEO of Ripple. This has to do specifically with Ripple Markets UK, which gets me wondering, received for filing in electronic format. And guys, this just happened yesterday, okay? April the 3rd, 2023. The date of termination, April 3rd, 2023, in the name, Mr. Bradley Kent Garlinghouse Jr. And Wheezy down here does link the source link here, so you guys can see it directly from that government website in the UK. Bizarre, very bizarre. What about this, guys? Ripple mentioned again as a digital bank. Now, the timing on this could not be better. If you guys remember back to my show, I have been doing this channel for almost 5 years now. And back in the early days, we were always assuming that, we were hypothesizing, could Ripple be a bank? And there was a lot of naysayers, and there was a lot of reasons why Ripple would not go to the trouble of being a bank, but we were thinking about all the benefits that could have. Well, I happened to see this, okay, from ISO 20022, Let's Do It, Ripple mentioned as a digital bank. And guys, this is not from 2017 or 2018 or 2019. This was as recent as 2022. NeoBank Tracker, the financial brand, they posted this, okay? Talking about digital banks. To be included in the list of digital banks, you must be actively providing at least one of the following financial services directly to customers, businesses, or both. Digital banking, digital payments, digital lending, investment services and solutions, personal financial management tools, or financial education and wellness tools. Other types of fintechs and financial services firms will not be included in the list of digital banks. And if I scroll down here, you guys can see, actually, let's go past the legend, and we'll just go down to R down here. to find Ripple's name listed in this list of companies. Ripple right down here, lend and pay. They're considered a business and they have been active since 2012. So you can use Ripple to lend and pay. And so if I just go back, over here, lending providers offering loans and or lines of credit. So we know there is the XRP line of credit product that is available. And for payments, pay, facilitating payments and or money transfers between parties. So this, in fact, is the definition of a digital bank. And NeoBank Tracker has, in fact, as recently as 2022, because I took this to the Wayback Machine, and if you look up here, the search results only go back as far as 2022. So this is a brand new web page. You can see here 2021, 2020, 2019. There's no results here for any of these years. But 2022, taking it back to March of 2022, so only about a year ago, Ripple was in fact listed, or categorized rather, as a digital bank as per the financialbrand.com. So will Ripple play a bigger role than just licensing technology to companies? I mean, they're already partnered with central banks, so you would assume that, making them a bank, quote unquote, would be a logical next step if, in fact, they did need to step into that position. And considering what we're seeing around the world with, more world leaders like Saudi Arabia's crown prince saying no to the US dollar, we've got countries like Russia and India now moving towards the Dubai oil benchmark for prices of oil, no longer looking to Europe. Christine Lagarde also realizing the writing is on the wall. It would only make sense, guys, that Ripple is in some capacity a financial institution that does serve to provide XRP liquidity to the world. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.